Hello and welcome to My Xbox and Me, episode 430. I am one of your hosts, MC Fixer, alongside the man that didn't see me in the flesh this weekend, Too Fresh Crash. Crash, how are you?
I'm doing good. What do you mean? I was there with you guys. This is a wild statement.
Oh, you met us at the front door. I forgot.
Yeah. Yeah. What are you?
So yeah, we were at EGX this week, and of course the one and only. It's fucking shaking, lads.
It's fucking shaking, boys.
It's fucking shaking, boys. Crash, you don't understand that reference, but we'll tell you the story in a second.
Yeah.
Paul D-Spawn, how are you?
I've stopped shaking, so we're okay. We're all good.
Mad. So okay, we'll get to that. We went to EGX this weekend. Me, Crash, me, D-Spawn, Matt. And Matt was meant to be on the podcast this week, but he hasn't responded to us, guys. This guy, I'm putting him on blast. I am putting him on blast. He said, yep, could do the podcast anytime before 6. I responded saying, I can do it at 4. No response. I'm pretty sure he turned off the notifications in our Discord.
Probably.
Disgusting.
I'm willing to diss him. But, so Crash, the story for this one, yeah? We decided we were going to go for dinner on Friday. Me, D-Spawn, Matt, we're all getting like, all right, we're going to go for dinner, yada, yada, yada. Xbox hit me up saying, yo, we got an event happening for Forza at the brand new Virgin Media Hub at the O2. We happened to be going to the O2 anyway. We was like, all right, cool, we'll come through. So I got us all in, yada, yada. We didn't go for the dinner. But to get there, we had to go on the cable cars. So there's a cable car that goes over the... I don't know what river that is.
It's part of the Thames, right?
It's part of the Thames, right?
Yeah.
What? Okay, Haley's looking at me like, you're a fucking idiot. Of course it's the Thames. I'm sorry, it's the Thames.
That one river in London,
the one that I should know, yeah. So we're going over the Thames on this cable cars. But as we're walking there, it starts pissing it down. So it's chucking it down with rain. Matt goes, oh, my train's been delayed. And I'm like, oh, okay, why? He's like, apparently there's a hurricane coming. He said some bullshit like that, I swear. He said something like that. D-Spawn, back me up. He did say something.
He did say something like that, yeah.
He said something like that. I don't know exactly. Obviously, we're a hurricane. We don't get hurricanes. But he said something like that. And I was like, oh, okay. I kind of thought he was taking the mic. But then we got outside, Crash, and it is bucking it down. Windy, everything. We're halfway on the cable cars going over. And Matt, we're all talking, trying not to think about it, to be honest with you. And Matt's just like, it's fucking blowing, boys, isn't it? And we're literally swaying left and right on this cable car, all shitting ourselves, but we survived. Apart from Matt, he actually died. It's crazy.
Yeah. He died. Like he actually just opened the door and jumped. I don't know why he did that.
I don't know. We told him not to. We did scream, Matt, don't do it.
Do it. You'll get wet. But now he's now out there swimming in the Thames, searching for whales.
Oh, that's why he's not here.
Yeah.
Yes, has nothing to do with his poor timekeeping and unresponsiveness. And we know that he's actually playing Planet Zoo because I can see via Discord. Yeah.
What if it's not him that's playing Planet Zoo? What if it's the missus?
That's even worse. If it isn't him, it's even worse because it means he's sat somewhere else ignoring us.
Yeah.
Then wouldn't that be better than him being at his computer?
No, because he's let somebody else use his computer to play on Discord.
Exactly. It's disappointing. But this is My Xbox and Me, our weekly Xbox podcast. You can hear it here on youtube.com/My Xbox and Me and all podcast services. If you want to support the show financially, support the show financially, head over to patreon.com/MCFixer. Shout out to our Patreon producer, Erengard. I've just seen a message in the Discord. Is that Matt P?
No, it is me.
Okay, fair enough.
Telling Matt P that we are recording.
That we're listening. Good.
Yeah.
Topic of the show this week, boys. Of course, it is a big one. It's a big episode. I think if we were all at home, we probably would have done an emergency episode just on this topic alone. Hence why that's mainly what we'll be speaking about today. Xbox. No, let me rephrase that. Microsoft have finally secured the ABK deal. They now officially, well, I don't think it's actually official yet, but they've done their announcements and things like that. It's going through. Will officially own Activision, Blizzard, and King in the biggest purchase in video game history. Pricing out at what was the final
billion,
price?
I think it was
69 bill.
Nice.
Remarkable.
They did that intentionally, right?
What, 69?
Yeah.
At first, Microsoft was like, "You guys want 70?" They're like, "No, give us 69."
69.
69.
Yeah.
Wait, generally, how do you think they get to that number? Like, how does someone not say, yeah, give us 60 billion? And they're like, no, 59 is a better number for us.
Mm-hmm.
I know it's again, I understand what I'm saying
Yeah.
sounds like small numbers. It's clearly not.
No,
but
no.
That's probably why they get to 69. Because I think the number's actually like 69.7 or something like that. So I think it is very like precise calculations. It's not rounded to 69.
Yeah.
No.
It's probably 69.7
4,000,
yeah, just with a whole bunch of other numbers at the end of it.
But the fun one is the 69, and that's the only one we're going to talk about. But yeah, I
True,
reckon the way they'll get it is it'll be like annual turnover, amount of in process, like how much how much a stock is worth at the time, like general market value, that kind of thing. And they'll be like, yeah, this is how much we're worth for all of our shares. It's like, okay.
Fair enough. It's a kind of a weird day for us, if I'm being honest with you. As an Xbox podcast, we never really get any good news. It always feels like it's bad news, if I'm being honest.
No.
And obviously that isn't the case. The deal has gone through. I was open on Unlocked in saying I didn't think it was going to go through. Many others agreed, disagreed. The day has finally come that it has gone through. Xbox now own some of the biggest IPs in the world. First of all, before we start going into all the details, Kresh, how you feeling? Xbox now own everything. It feels like everything. It's not, but it feels like it.
Yeah. I don't. It hasn't hit yet, right? We haven't seen like the games haven't hit Game Pass. We haven't had them be Xbox Studios on release date yet.
Mm-hmm.
So even though it's because we've been talking about it for like the past 2 years, it still hasn't fully hit that. Like, oh, the deal's actually gone through just yet.
I get that. Is there excitement? Is there nervousness? Is there if like thinking of it at first? How do you think? How do you feel?
It's a bit excitement to see what they do with Game Pass and some of the studios that sort of haven't had a chance to do stuff. But it is also a bit of nervousness because it is a big purchase for a studio to make, right?
Yeah.
That's a lot of IPs and manpower now that's under Microsoft that sort of feels like it's shrinking the game industry, even though it's not really. It does feel that way to a degree.
Yeah. Despawn, I'll pass over to you. First initial thoughts on this deal. How are you feeling?
Really glad I'm subscribed to Game Pass.
Okay.
Just, like I feel like that is a really good purchase at this point. But yeah, no, I'm kind of 50-50 as well. Like I'm excited as an Xbox fan to see what the future holds. Whether everything starts dropping in Game Pass in the next few months, I'm interested to see. I know obviously with the UK deal, or basically the UK amendments to the deal, means that now Ubisoft own all of the cloud rights.
Yes.
So I'm interested to see how that's going to have an effect on what games show up, if at all.
I would.
Everything's going to show up, just cloud-wise. It's going to be on Ubisoft Plus.
Yeah.
No, I think it'll be on Xbox as well.
You think it'll be on? I think it'll be on both.
I think
I'm
it'll
just
be on.
wondering if it'll be like
I think it'll be on, but I think it'll be on more platforms as well, aside from just Xbox.
Oh
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if you get it necessarily on Ubisoft Plus because I don't think Ubisoft does games.
They've said no. They've come out and said
they have.
Yes.
Cool. Okay.
So,
Then, you'll see it there. I wouldn't be surprised if you see it on like Amazon Luna or something like that as well.
I could even see everything still dropping on PlayStation Now as well, or whatever their cloud version is. So like it's whatever Ubisoft decide is best for them, obviously, because they've got it for 15 years, I think it is the deal for cloud.
I believe that's it. Yeah.
So I'm excited to see what they do with that. But yeah, for me, so the thing that I'm worried about is you as a company. We've seen it we've talked about it the last few episodes now. A lot of cutbacks, a lot of layoffs. You spend 69 billion on something this big, you're going to want to recoup your money as quick as possible. I'm interested to see where Microsoft do that. Is it going to be through them, condensing some of these studios, amalgamating some of the workloads into the existing studios that they have? And again, is it going to see like a lot of mass layoffs within Microsoft directly now?
The answer to that is yes.
Yeah.
Just off the bat, like, I guess the best way to do this is actually go through what they've now bought, if we're being honest. I'm trying to get the image up. I just had it and now it's disappeared again. Starting off, obviously you've got the Call of Duty studios, Sledgehammer, Oh god, I'm now got to try and remember them because I can't see it properly.
Uh,
Sledgehammer,
Ravensoft, isn't that
Raven,
under there?
no, Infinity
Ravens.
Treyarch, Infinity Ward, Sledgehammer
Mhm.
are the three main Call of Duty studios who
Raven.
rotate.
Yeah.
We're getting there. I've
Okay.
got it.
Okay.
There's an image because I think Raven might be a support studio.
You might be right about
Or
that.
they might have changed their name because I think didn't one of the studios change their name to High Noon or something like that, if I'm not mistaken. Again, I just had this image and I
It's
can't find it now.
High Noon way back when worked on a Transformers game, no? Isn't that what people really liked about them? The War for Cybertron or whatever?
Maybe. Okay, I've got it here in front of me. Here we go. Yeah, so you got Treyarch, Infinity War, Sledgehammer Games, all working on Call of Duty. You have got partitional support studios that do stuff for COD as well. You've got High Moon, who's done Call of Duty, Transformers, and Destiny as a support studio. We have Toys for Bobs, which is Toy for Bobs, Toys for Bob. I've got to learn a lot on these studios now, which is really interesting. That worked on Crash Bandicoot, Spyro, Skylanders, Beanox. Is it B? I think that's how you pronounce it.
I don't have the
Again,
image in front of me that you've got.
Yeah,
so.
I'm reading it. You've got Tony Hawk, Crash Bandicoot, and Call of Duty PC. You have the Call of Duty mobile team, which looks like it is Digital Legends.
Yeah.
You have Raven, who does Call of Duty across all platforms, as we were saying. You've got Demonware, that was doing building, which is building multiplayer tech plus matchmaking. So that's all the multiplayer services stuff they do. You have Shanghai Studio, which is a support studio for Activision games. You have Solid State Studios, which is a mobile studio for Call of Duty Mobile. You have MLG. They own MLG now.
Yeah.
That's actually
Which is like, I remember when when PlayStation bought Evo.
yeah.
And that was like a big deal. It's like, oh yeah, but we call it MLG Gaming for a reason. And I know MLG's kind of not been as relevant as of lately. But I'll be interested. I'm interested. Look, the reason I bring up MLG real quickly is because of what you just said, Despawn, which is they're going to have to lose a lot of people. They're going to cut back on a lot of things. I could see MLG just being one of those things that like, okay, we're done with that.
Yeah.
Keep it like something like
Yeah.
a very minimal thing. Like the website's still there if you want to do the MLG stuff.
Yeah.
I don't even know what MLG really is today, to be honest.
I'm not in esports like that, so it's probably a very take what I say with a pinch of salt type thing because I don't have the context probably needed to talk about MLG as a whole. You've got Activision Capture Studio, which is the state-of-the-art motion capture studio. All of this in together is around 8,500 people estimated staff. So that's just the Activision side of things. But to talk about the IPs real quickly before we keep moving on to all the different things that we got here, what's the number one IP that you're most excited they've got other than Call of Duty? Because I think Call of Duty is very easy to understand that from a business level. What is an IP that they've been able to capture now that you've gone, oh, I'm interested to see what they do with that on the Activision side?
What I think they won't touch that I would love for them to actually utilize that I absolutely do not think it's touched with a 10-foot pole at any point in the near future. Prototype.
Oh.
Yeah. I think Prototype was a very interesting concept that didn't really go anywhere because it was Activision and they just, with the sequel, they just wanted to remake the previous game and just print out more money.
Yeah.
I would love for for Activision now under Microsoft to reapproach Prototype with sort of fresh eyes and really like reevaluate that franchise and maybe do something new with today's tech with that game.
Interesting. Have you got one, Despawn?
Yep. I just want a brand new shiny Tony Hawk game.
Oh, okay.
That's
definitely going to happen at some point.
Yeah.
I think it's these games that didn't sell crazy well that now have that Game Pass back in that I can see coming out and doing really well.
Crazy well is also like subjective. I think with Activision, the numbers they do with their big games when you're looking at World of Warcraft and Call of Duty and stuff like that, because I think those games did well enough. It's just not well enough for Activision and what they're looking for.
I don't know what the last
Yeah.
one did. I'll be honest. I know the remakes as well. I don't know if
Yeah.
the Tony Hawk 4. I don't remember. I remember where it was. The newest
Okay.
numbered
Yeah,
one. I
yeah.
don't think did well. I don't think. I
Got
could
it.
be wrong. The thing I'm most excited about is true crime.
Yeah.
I can see them again. I love third person action games. Obviously, that's a game that is made for Game Pass. Like I was talking about on last week or the week before, Saints Row on Game Pass, I think does gangbuster numbers. Right? I
Mhm.
feel like true crime, a reboot of that franchise, gritty cop. It's a genre of game they just don't have. If they've got the right studios there that can do it, or just leasing off some of these IPs to other third party now, I can see that being a big thing that people do.
Yeah.
If there's a studio out there that's like, hey, we really want to make a gun game. Um, like you remember Gun with a yellow case, like,
Mhm.
and they're like, yeah, we really love that franchise. Like, I can see Xbox listening to pitches now because they have so much IP, which is something we've never been able to say in Xbox history.
Yeah. The
Is
one
they
thing,
own IP.
yeah, the one thing I would say, which is not one that excites me, but I know would excite a lot of people if it got announced, is a new StarCraft. But we'll
Oh,
get into
yeah,
that
that as
with
well.
when we get to Blizzard and stuff. But yeah,
Yeah.
I feel like I don't know what it is, but for some reason ABK sat on that franchise for so long, and it stagnated. But I know there's a target audience there that would love a new StarCraft.
RTS games, man. I don't think they do the numbers like those. Like I don't think Xbox will ever do another Halo Wars.
No,
I could see them doing a bigger RTS. It'd be interesting. I would be very down for it. An RTS that mixes a whole bunch of different properties.
well, what I was gonna say,
Halo, StarCraft, all those stuff.
how would you feel about the StarCraft developers getting a new Halo Wars?
Are the StarCraft developers even there anymore?
I mean, I'm sure they are working on other things, but yeah, like,
Well, this is a good transition. Let's get to Blizzard, right? You've
Mhm.
got okay, the text is very small. I have
Here
to
we go.
come in. Blizzard Albany, I believe that's how you
Mhm.
say that, which is formerly Felicia Studio. You have Blizzard Austin, you have Blizzard Boston, you have Blizzard Cork, is that right?
Yep.
Blizzard Ivory, Blizzard Seoul, I believe, Shanghai, Sydney, and Taipei.
Taipan.
Thank you.
Oh, Taipan.
So there you go. So you've got all those studios, and then obviously you have the whole. In this image that I'm looking at, it's like BattleNet, which is StarCraft, World of Warcraft, Diablo, Overwatch, Hearthstone, Diablo Immortals, Warcraft, Rumble, I think it is, and more, which estimates to be around 6,000 plus people. My question to you guys is, what do you think they do with BattleNet? Because Xbox have been really good with playing with Steam
Mhm.
and understanding the value of what Steam brings. Do you think they go, all right, they now have a launcher
Yeah.
that
works.
people yeah,
No.
that people
No.
I wouldn't say people like it in any way, shape, or form, but they've put up with it long enough for some of these titles.
Outside of Blizzard games, that the launcher doesn't get used. It's the reason
Yeah.
why certain games that were on the launcher exclusively at one point stopped being on the launcher exclusively and launching on Steam.
Mhm.
It's because the launcher doesn't have the pull you'd think it would. Like
Yeah.
people will
Yeah.
download it and use it for World of Warcraft, but when it comes to other games, they're not going to go to the launcher for that reason.
So do you think we see, I don't, again, kind of talking at my ass a little bit here because I don't know, but do you think we see a World of Warcraft come to Steam now? Do you think we see all of these
I don't think
franchises
there's.
when they make a new game expansion, whatever it is,
Mhm.
do you think they launch on Steam? Is that a thing they
think-
can do?
I think Overwatch possibly you could see going to Steam. I think there's
Yeah.
a couple of
Yeah.
stuff. I don't think there's a reason for something like World of Warcraft to go to Steam.
Yeah.
I think they don't benefit from anything from that game going to
Well,
Steam.
I think they would, mainly for the fact it's more people that could have access to it that would who don't download it because it's not on Steam. Also, you've got to think in the next 6 months to a year or however long it's going to be, a lot of those separate accounts are going to migrate to Microsoft accounts, so you can just play anywhere. So you could definitely
That's
see.
the question. I don't know. Yeah.
Could you see your World of Warcraft account be
The
linked to your Xbox
the
account, and then you could download the Steam version and play
yeah.
it through that account? I could
I
see them
think
doing that.
the only thing that sort of with World of Warcraft specific that goes to my mind is like a cut of the money that they would have to do for any sort of transactions when you launch that game through Steam. And World of Warcraft does make a lot of money through microtransactions. I don't
Yeah.
know if Xbox would necessarily be wanting to split that cost just yet. Maybe in the future, but for right now, I don't think I'd see it going over. But
The
who
future's
knows?
like from 10 to 15 years from now, to be honest with
Yeah.
you.
Yeah,
Because recouping this money back is going to be,
It's going to be long.
it's a huge task.
Yeah.
It's a
Yeah.
huge
which they
task.
will do. There's
they-
no doubt that they do it. No
Oh, yeah,
doubt.
100%.
Yeah, 100%, 100%. And then last but not least, obviously we have King, which are mainly known for Candy Crush, but there's 11 plus game studios in Barcelona, Stockholm, London, Berlin, Malta, Dublin, San Francisco, Chicago, Los Angeles, New York, that are working on franchises Candy Crush, Farm Heroes, The Bubble Witch, and more. And there's a few studios that I've missed out there.
Question:
Yeah.
do we see stuff like Candy Crush and even the Call of Duty mobile game, even though that's Activision, but do we see stuff like that go directly to Xbox Game Pass Cloud so you don't have to actually install the game?
Oh, different question from what I thought you was going to ask.
You thought I was going to ask if
Um,
it's playable on console?
Yeah, yeah. I
No,
thought
that was
like,
going to be
yeah.
my question. No,
I don't think there's going to be a
Huh?
console version of Candy Crush.
Yes, I do think so. I think eventually, because it doesn't make sense not to. The problem, the only problem, quote unquote, the thing that Xbox have now is they have so much to manage now, and that's. I saw a few people, industry veterans, speak about this, and it's kind of what my first thought was, which is, okay, the deal is done, amazing, we're happy, we're proud, we're all lads, we're. First task is getting rid of the toxicity inside the entire studio, which we know there is a plethora of, unfortunately, scathing that company, which so they have to, from top to bottom, cleanse that entire company, get rid of the bad apples, and make it a safe, welcoming, enjoyable place to work. And then number two is just literally, like we just said, it's management. Like managing how they are going to strategize now. They've done quite a good job with Bethesda, whereas Bethesda is still Bethesda.
Yeah.
Like we don't, as much as you do look at Bethesda like it's Xbox, we do because we're nerds.
Yeah, they
Well,
treat
like,
it as
but
its
it's
own thing.
Bethesda.
Yeah.
But do we want that with Activision?
See, I feel like I don't.
I don't want that with Activision personally.
In what regard, though? Like, talk to me. Why? Like, why?
Because like if you're looking at a lot of the studios that were like, oh, it'd be cool to see what they'll work on. If Activision continues functioning like Activision, nothing's going to change. They're going to continue functioning. Those studios are going to continue functioning the way they have up until now.
I want to go deeper. In what regard do you mean? Like, so seeing obviously the support studios being support studios, and things like that.
Exactly. Yeah.
See, I think Xbox is smarter than that now. Where I feel like they know Call of Duty is Call of Duty, right? They know they've got the three big hitters. They know that those three big hitters can deliver. And then I think we're going to see a lot of studios get pulled off of COD that are not needed. Because I feel like there's probably a lot of people in places of that company that want to work on something new.
Oh yeah.
The Xbox are going to be like, all right, here you go. Let's do this.
I 100% want that to happen. That's what I want to happen.
Yeah.
I'm just saying if Xbox treats Activision the way they've treated with Bethesda, I just have a worry that won't be the case.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Although saying that, with
at least
Bethesda,
for what we know from the outside.
I was gonna say,
yeah,
Bethesda being Bethesda created Hi-Fi Rush and Grounded, so they got given the scope to make what they wanted.
Grounded was Playground.
Yeah.
Was it? Oh yeah, no, it was Obsidian.
Obsidian.
No, it was Obsidian.
You're right. No, you're right. Sorry. No, yeah, you are right. I'm thinking. You know what I'm thinking of? I'm thinking about We Happy Few. My bad.
Yeah. No.
Yeah. No, you're right. You're right. Yeah. No, I don't know, man. I don't know. We also got.
I mean, just to interrupt, the question I would ask you guys: do you think Call of Duty will carry on being an annual game?
I thought they already started changing that. didn't they?
No, it's
Well,
still
there's- no,
annual. It's
it's
still
still annual.
annual.
And there's a new one
It's
this
just
year.
the way they do it is just different. Yes, I
Right
think it was
now,
for
yes.
I think for the next 10 years, yes, Call of Duty is still an annual game. Again, they have to. That's why I think we're all in this position where we're like, they have to recoup the money. How do you recoup the money? Call of Duty makes how much money in a day?
Mhm.
Like Xbox now own that.
It's
Like
either they get to a point where they're making new games yearly and they continue doing that, which they're already doing, or they
Yeah.
get to a point where Warzone is just profitable enough that they don't need to do that yearly. And
And it
Warzone
won't be.
always has a big
No.
fall off, is the issue.
Yeah. Yeah, it's. I don't think they're gonna do anything drastic for the next 3 years.
Yeah, no.
If I'm being honest, like I feel like people, and I feel like they were very smart to come out and say, "Yo," and we spoke about it last week, right? Diablo not coming to Game Pass this year, and the new Call of Duty not coming to Game Pass this year, and how much of an effect do you think Game Pass will have on the sales of a COD? Does it still
lot.
sell 1 billion?
I think it still
And-
sells a lot. Well, the reason Call of Duty will still sell is because of early access. Is because you'll still have a lot
Oh, you're
of
gonna
people
see
doing
more
early
of that.
access.
Mhm.
You're gonna see
Oh, yeah.
even more of
To be
that.
fair, I don't know if anybody, because I got early access for Starfield on Xbox. To do that, all you have to do is buy the Ultimate Edition. But if you
Yeah.
buy the Ultimate Edition, you just pay the difference between base game and whatever the Ultimate Edition costs on Game Pass.
Yeah,
Which
it's
isn't
like
too bad. If
£30.
it functions that way,
Yeah.
yeah, it was something like that, which wasn't bad.
Yeah.
So if it works like that for Call of Duty, I don't think it's that bad. But a little interesting thing to throw out there for that. But I could see Call of Duty going forward always releasing on a delayed 1 month or something like that onto Game Pass.
No.
You don't think so?
I think
I'm
the
not saying it'll
I think-
happen.
no. I think I think that's just bad press they don't need instantly. Like again, I feel like what we're talking about now is going to be very different from what we're talking about in
That's fair.
3 years.
5 years, if 3-5 years. Like I feel like right now they have. I just got an electric shock. They have everything going for them. For people are excited.
Yeah.
About Xbox. Well, a lot of people. Obviously, there's people that are not excited. But a lot of people are excited that Xbox are going to go in and make changes. I just don't think it's going to happen as quickly as a lot of people want and necessary, which is not a bad thing. It's just hard. It's a really, 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 really hard one. But yeah, the amount of IP that they've got now, just to go through some of the big hitters, right? Call of Duty, Candy Crush, Crash Bandicoot, Diablo, DJ Hero, if that was something they decided they wanted to get back into, Guitar Hero, obviously, Hearthstone, Overwatch, Prototype, like you said, which is a cult. I'd say a cult following. Obviously, didn't do Skylanders. If that's something they want to start doing again, you're pulling faces, but you'll be surprised.
I just don't see. I think in this day and age, I don't think a hardware collectible market like that is gonna.
Skylanders doesn't have to be hardware collectible.
True.
I don't think it makes waves without it being hardware collectible,
No.
mind you. I think Skylanders is
I think it's just
most
like a
likely
game
done
only.
with.
But what I will say, Spyro as well, because this will add to the conversation I was going to say, right? But they have now just filled a hole with all these kids, what I would quote unquote call kids games, right? They have mascots, and Skylanders did have a big old following.
Yeah. Can we
at
just
one
talk?
point.
I just want to talk about like something that we've not mentioned today yet. Microsoft now own one of PlayStation's original mascots in Crash
Yep.
Bandicoot. That is wild to me.
To be fair,
Yeah,
PlayStation never owned the mascot.
Yeah, it is.
PlayStation never owned the map. No, it was always an Activision title.
No, Naughty Dog owned it first, mate. So
Yeah. Not well,
Naughty
not
Dog
the
wasn't
developer.
owned by PlayStation back then.
Yeah, but they
Yeah, but
developed
they-
it for
but they
PlayStation,
developed it for PlayStation,
and they marketed
yeah.
it as a PlayStation mascot. He was
Sure.
everywhere.
I'm no. I'm not disagreeing with that statement at all.
Okay.
I'm just saying PlayStation never owned Crash Bandicoot, even when it was their mascot.
I never said it was. I never said it
No,
was.
yeah, but
I'm
no,
just-
but I get what you're saying. No, I get
I'm
it.
just
I get
saying
it.
that.
Ah, yeah, I get
That's
ya.
more so like bad business on PlayStation's part.
Yeah,
than
oh,
me,
terrible.
like
Yeah,
arguing
like-
with what you're saying.
Yeah.
Right?
Wait, well, you think about that. They never owned Lara Croft either then.
No,
No.
it's just
Mad.
because PlayStation were the biggest.
Mad.
It's the same thing
That
with
Makes,
the
you know what? That makes perfect sense. I played bloody Lara Croft on Sega Saturn, so I
Okay.
don't know
Yeah,
why
yeah.
I'm acting
It's-
like I'm acting like I didn't play it
It's-
somewhere else.
it's very similar when you look at the 360 era for Xbox. If you look at some of their biggest titles at the time was Mass Effect and BioShock.
Yeah.
They own neither of those, right?
Yeah.
So when you're the big dog, you get a lot of third-party exclusives that end up inflating your ego, and you end up making poor decisions the next
And
generation.
then Microsoft buy them.
Yeah.
So, yeah, no, it's you bring up a great point though. It is a crazy world we live in. That Xbox owns Spyro the Dragon and Crash
Yeah.
Bandicoot. For me, that's huge because those were my games as a,
They were
as a
my
kid.
PlayStations, yeah.
Like, if they got all they would need now is Croc and Rayman, and they would have literally my whole childhood.
Yep.
Which they won't get Rayman, don't worry.
No, not for 15 years.
No, not for not for at least 15 years, indeed. Maybe I'll just buy the IP. Who knows? Who knows?
Maybe.
Also, a couple of other IPs that are notable that I think people will care about. Tenchu, another game that could take and like.
Wait,
I
what?
think when,
I want
yeah,
that.
They
Let-
now own Tenchu.
Microsoft. I just want to put it out there. Microsoft, look at me.
I know what you're gonna say.
Make a Tenchu game as good as Ghost of Tsushima.
No,
all
see,
Better.
I don't think so.
Really?
No, make a Tenchu game in the Souls-like formula.
No.
Yes.
I hate Souls-like games.
Yeah, I know, me too. But it's gonna think about the player base it brings in.
But it's a stealth game.
Yeah, but
Tenchu's
but
a stealth game.
I don't think we should think of any of these IPs of what they were.
Oh, man, I just want a really
I
good.
think-
Like,
Go on.
I just want a really good samurai stealth game. That's all I want. I just want to be a
You have
ninja.
that. Go play Ghost of Tsushima.
I was gonna say
That's not really.
Ghosts there.
Yeah, I
Ghost-
guess.
You can.
Are you gonna say
play-
that's
play
not the
Ghosts.
same, right?
I can go, but I really want to play it on my Xbox because I like achievements.
That's fair.
That's fair.
fair.
That's fair.
I
That's
can't
fair.
argue
We
with
can't
that.
argue with that. You
Xbox,
can't-
get on it.
No, but do you agree with me? Of like, I look at the IP now, and I don't look at it as the same way it was. I don't look at all
It-
these legacy IPs that have been stagnant for a while.
Mhm.
Like, I look at these new IPs are able to follow trends a lot more now. Like Tenchu as a Souls-like, that is something that could make sense.
I do think they need to be reinvented, especially when they're that old for their
Yeah.
own age. Otherwise, you just make a game that's going to be dated out the gate, which you
Yeah.
don't want if you're investing time into an IP that's been dormant for a while. But
Yeah.
even then, I don't think we really see them approaching games like Tenchu for a while.
Oh no,
Yeah.
again,
Yeah.
this is we're talking. Like
10.
I said, I think you've got more chance of a third party coming in and being like, "We've always wanted to make a Tenchu game."
Mhm.
FromSoft, get on it.
Not quite. I don't think we should have a Tenchu Soulsborne. By the way, I'm just
No.
using that as the example of like, I look at True Crime. Right, True Crime was an open world game. I could easily see them doing a narrative driven story game with True Crime now.
Yeah.
LA Cop, blah, 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 boom. They need more storytelling. They've got this. They there's so much that can be done.
Do like the God of War or
Yes.
Resident Evil 2 remake or the Final Fantasy 7 sort of approach where you reinvent what was originally there while
Mhm.
keeping the essence of what the game is.
God of War is the best example of that. 'Cause
Yeah, but I threw in the
I
other
wouldn't
ones
have
for...
I wouldn't have touched a God of War ever until they reinvented it, to be honest
Yeah.
with you. And I was like, oh, this is God of War. And everyone's like, nope, this wasn't what it was. It's
Mhm.
better. It's amazing. And I'm like, oh yeah, it is. Yeah, it's actually
Yeah,
pretty
sounds
good.
really
Pretty
good,
good game here. Pretty good game here, actually. I like this.
GG Sony and
I
Santa
just-
Monica.
Yeah, absolutely. No, absolutely. What else is there? I feel like I've missed something. Guitar Hero, I think we touched on. Obviously,
Yeah.
Bobby Kotick obviously mentioned that coming back in some form. As I'm
teased
assuming
it.
he's out the door. We'd assume at this point, right? He's gone.
It's announced.
They should give him...
Oh, it's announced he's
Guitar
gone?
Hero.
Yep.
Yeah, at the end of
He's
the year.
yeah, January 1st is when he steps down.
What they should do is when they send him out, they should give him the Guitar Hero IP because we never need another Guitar Hero again in our lifetime.
What? Yeah, probably not.
I disagree.
I agree with you, Fix, but as somebody who grew up in the era, and we've all seen it, all three of us,
Yeah.
where we got nothing but Guitar Hero
Oh,
after Guitar
yes.
Hero
Yeah.
after Guitar Hero.
Metallica
Yeah,
and
I'm just-
this and that
Green Day
and
one.
Beatles and
I I never need to see another Guitar Hero in my lifetime.
Yeah.
I think Xbox can actually do games as a service with Guitar Hero now.
I think
Where
the problem with Guitar Hero will be the same problem, and the reason why you won't see as big of approach I think of it with Forza games is they get delisted for music licensing.
see, I don't think that will be a problem anymore because I don't think you're going to see Guitar Hero, Green Day, and all this crap anymore. I think we're going to get a
But even
Guitar Hero. Let me land. We're going to get a Guitar Hero. The songs are going to go up, and they're gonna leave, and it's just going to be a refresh of new songs
so
coming
like
in.
Game Pass.
That's what it's on.
Okay,
So
interesting.
so the blog post goes up, and it's all these songs are leaving Guitar Hero on January 2027. Boom, 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 boom.
So you mean quite
All these
literally
songs,
like a games with
all
career.
these songs.
Okay.
That's literally, bro. What else do
No,
you
I
need?
know you said that, but like
That's
you
all
meant,
you
like,
need. That's all
okay,
you
yeah.
need because again, it's. I will license your hello artist that is popping right now, Little Nas X. We would like to license your song for a year. Cool, no problem. Scribble, scribble, scribble. Pay that off. Okay, we got that license for a year. Let the players have it. Oh, sorry guys, this is the license up now. The game doesn't disappear, but
Yeah.
the songs can just
The
keep
songs
going,
are
and then people who care about that will keep paying for Game Pass month for month for month for month. Like the formula is perfect for that.
Yeah. Okay.
Mhm.
I can see it from
In
that
in
end.
my opinion, you know that I do think the formula selling people guitars and all that shit is the harder part.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
and personally, let's be honest, Rock Band was a way better game than Guitar Hero. I said it. I don't give a crap what any of you think.
The
I
drums are
love
great.
Rock Band. The drums were amazing. Funny story, my mum actually threw my drum set down the stairs.
Mother.
Yep, motherfucker indeed. Motherfucker
I was gonna say
indeed.
mother.
Oh,
Mother.
okay, sure you were.
Yeah,
sure you
yeah.
were,
No,
sure you were.
that's where you're stopping.
That's why I stopped. Yeah.
But yeah, I'm excited for Guitar Hero to come back if they do it right. Again, I'm not interested in buying
They will.
10,000 song things. That's where I feel like the problem will lie, though. Is how do you monetize selling people song packs and all that crap when you know the
They will.
licenses are gonna.
I think
that's the hard part, the monetizing that.
I don't think you do. I think the way you said it is like it's an incentive for people to stay on Game Pass.
Yeah, I think that works. I think for
But
people
I think the tough thing will be like how many people does it bring to Game Pass and
Yeah.
keep on Game Pass.
So are you gonna say? Are you saying like again? I know you're saying it's going to be in Game Pass, but are you gonna say it's going to be basically a free to play game only available in Game Pass?
sort of.
you can
I
have
guess.
it sold
I wouldn't-
separately and just be
I
like,
was
hey,
gonna
the games
say-
aren't consistent. The songs
Yeah.
aren't consistent rather.
I don't think you don't buy Guitar Hero and there's a list of 20 songs
But
on the back.
even if that's the case, you have to buy the guitar.
Yeah,
So
yeah. I
even
mean,
if you're like the
100%.
game itself is technically free,
Yeah.
but you need a guitar.
Interesting. I like what you're thinking. Yeah, so you can market it as a free to play game, but you can't play the game
Yeah.
if you buy the £70 guitar. So
Yeah. Well,
yeah.
even then, it wouldn't be free to play because you need Game Pass. But I guess. Oh, this is
No
gonna be
additional
so very
cost.
confusing.
No,
confusing situation.
actually,
And
to
this is why
launch the
we
game,
don't.
actually, to launch the game, free to play. You can launch
Free to
it,
play.
no
Yes.
problem. You want to
They
play a
give you a
song?
select.
You can have, bro.
They give you-
imagine they reach out to me, a bunch of
No.
other people are like, they just buy our song for $1,000, and it's like those are the select of the free to play songs.
Who's this
yeah,
MC Fixer feller?
exactly.
I used to stream to 2. I
No,
Slapping that
but do you know
whammy
what I
button.
mean? Exactly. You know what I mean? Like, I could see
they-
that.
The free to play market is also like you do a rotate, like with games that have characters, you rotate characters in and out. So you could
Yeah.
rotate. Hey, this week these 3 songs that are currently in the game are available, or something like that as well.
The other way to monetize that now is obviously you can customize your characters, right? And if they do a world tour and things like that, now you can dress up as Master Chief, you can dress up as Crash Bandicoot, as Spyro, and that's where you monetize it as well.
Yeah.
How's Spyro hold a guitar?
Who
It's a
cares?
mascot. I don't
Why
know.
are you asking questions that are irrelevant?
Why are you asking
Let-
questions like this? That's actually going to happen. This is just me making up ideas, guys. Like,
I'm
and if
just
they use any of this, I need to be paid. All right,
Yeah. Big bucks.
I
Cut
need
me a
to
check
be
too.
paid.
you're
I had
hearing
no
it
involvement
there.
in this idea, but I want to check too.
Yeah, Phil,
Yeah, Phil, we're watching you. We're
Yeah.
watching you.
Uncle Phil, give us the money.
Chris, I want to talk to you about Overwatch now. Obviously, going to be
Yes.
owned by Xbox. Overwatch
Yes.
2, kind of a shit show, if we're being totally honest.
Yes.
Um, where do you think that franchise goes, and what do you think they can do with it now that it will be Xbox owned?
I think that franchise will just slowly fade away to irrelevancy. I don't think there's much
Interesting.
that can happen to that game. I think the big chance was Overwatch 2. I think they missed the mark super hard in trying to create a single player mode and failing to that and sort of putting it out and all this other stuff. I think the Overwatch League is officially done with. I think that's a very big hit because that was huge when that first came out
Yeah.
and they mismanaged that like crazy. I think the best thing Microsoft can do is after a year or two, shut down Overwatch for a while, bring it back later, reinvent it, and you can not change anything at that point and keep it the same, and then people would be hyped because they're like, I haven't played Overwatch in so long. As is, I don't think there's much you can do. Like you can change the formula, you can go back to the two tank situation where it's 6 players and all that stuff. I don't think any of that actually helps Overwatch come back into the relevancy it was at. And the budget's so high for that game that I don't know if it would be necessarily be worth it. That being said, again, I don't know how much money Overwatch consistently makes. So Overwatch
Yeah.
could still be a very profitable game and it's not going to ever go away.
Yeah.
But if we're talking about bringing it back into the limelight, I don't know if that ever necessarily happens for it.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I do agree with you, unfortunately. And I guess before we move on to like questions and things like that, the last IP we have to talk about is World of Warcraft. A franchise that I have dabbled in. I've played a tiny bit I played with Crash and a friend of ours back in the day. And it was a game that I was like, oh, I could see myself getting into this. Always hated the subscription service. Obviously, that was always the thing that was the reason why I didn't carry on playing. Bit like Final Fantasy, it scared me away in a way, right?
Yeah.
Is there a way that we see? I know, but let me land at least. Is there a way that we see World of Warcraft subscription added to Game Pass in any way, shape, or form, Crash?
Makes way too much money. Way too much money. I could see it being like, hey, if you want to buy the whole year's worth of subscription, you have Game Pass, you get the 10% off or whatever. I could see something like that. I don't see a world where that subscription becomes bundled in with Game Pass. I could see a new tier being added for stuff like that. I did see a funny joke. I can't remember who posted it. Who was like, in your game, in your World of Warcraft subscription, you get Microsoft Office now, which was hysterical.
I just got charged for that again. I
Microsoft
keep
Office.
forgetting. I pay for the year. I pay for it yearly. Got
When's
Word, Office, all that stuff.
the last time you used
I-
it? Years.
I can't even remember. It just came
Yeah.
through the other day, and I was like, "I'll pay for this."
Yeah.
God damn it.
They always tell you after the fact. They never remind. Just so you know, it's coming up. It's like no. It's like
No,
oh, we've just
no,
charged
no.
you. You're good.
Yeah.
Like
To,
no.
to give credit where credit's due, they do. If you actually ring them straight after, they will refund it.
There you go.
Mm.
They will. I won't.
Did
do
you
it.
No, I was calling
I won't
someone
do
and
it.
speaking to him.
I already,
Yeah.
I already
Did
paid
you
for
cancel it? Did you cancel it so it won't
Ah.
recharge? Okay. Got it.
So we'll
Ah,
have this
this is what they
conversation
pray.
next year.
This is what they prey on. We've spoken about
Yeah.
this with Game Pass. Like, but this is how they get me. It's a yearly pass. It's a yearly. I pay for it for the year, so I don't think about it again. It's done.
Yeah.
If you do that with Game Pass, I'd be there. We've been saying this. I don't know how they haven't got a yearly subscription to Game Pass. Stupid.
There's got to be like a reason.
Has
There's
to be.
got to be a reason.
Well, I think
I'd
it's
love to know it.
they make more money from people forgetting to cancel than they do on the people who would pay for the year.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's gotta be that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There'll be numbers there saying, yeah, enough people tell us they've forgotten.
You charge more when you do the monthly, you know?
Mhm.
So
No,
you get
exactly.
more
Yep.
out of the whole year. Yeah,
Yeah.
you're right.
So
You're right.
yeah, it's an interesting
Uh,
one.
But yeah, World of Warcraft subscription, I don't think it gets bundled with Game Pass. You might get some sort of sale on the subscription or something like that. I could see them sooner adding like sort of a little creeper pet into World of Warcraft you get if you're a Game Pass subscriber or something like that.
Well,
Yeah, they've done that with stuff like Among Us. You got the Halo, you got the Master Chief outfit and
Yeah.
stuff like that. So I can definitely see that.
if I can get a Warthog mount in World of Warcraft, I will sign up.
Honestly,
I can see that.
Yeah, I wouldn't. That's definitely a possibility, to be honest with you.
I would sign up, but I could see them definitely doing like maybe adding it as so obviously you've got the perks from Game Pass that they do, maybe adding some stuff in there,
Yeah,
like I say custom
I
like
would definitely
green
see.
tinge things like that. Yeah.
I think you're guaranteed to get like monthly World of Warcraft perks
Mhm.
in Game Pass,
Like
varying degrees. Like
armor
I could see the
dice.
Warthog just being,
Yeah.
yeah, stuff like that. I don't think they have armor dice.
They're
Do they
not?
have armor dice in World of Warcraft?
I don't know. I haven't played it for like 10 years.
Wow, I'm trying to think. I
Okay,
don't think they do.
here's the other quote. Will you go back if Xbox do anything to add it to
I always
Game
go.
Pass in any way, shape, or form?
Depends if you
So
want me to do anything for this entire podcast, because I will not if I'm playing that game.
I
Like that
I go
would,
back personally every year for the expansion, right?
that game is
So
that
if
yeah, my childhood with that game was such a time sink. Like I
yeah,
have cancelled so many appointments just to play World of
uh,
Warcraft.
I'm very quick to cut myself off in that game when I feel like it's getting too much. I'm like, okay, I'm
Yeah,
good.
I'm not. I'm
I
bad.
played my fair with
Yeah,
it.
I went cold turkey. I can't
Um,
go back. I
That's
can't.
fair.
Don't
I
make
don't blame
me.
you. I
Fair
don't blame
enough.
you.
Let's bring in El Dozo here. We're not doing with the show's a little bit different this week because we've got one main topic of the show. El Dozo says with the ABK deal closing, close to closing, it's closed now. Well, almost closed. What IP would you like to see return or remade? Except we kind of already touched on this. I truly do think a true crime game where you cut out the open worldness. I don't think you need any of that. But you give me a strong 15-hour campaign of a detective and a good story, and the gameplay is fine. Obviously, modernize it to today's standards. I think that could be a solid, and this is where Xbox need to get to with everything they launch at this point. A solid 8, 7, 8, 9. That has to be the standard now. I know people like to think that 7s are bad. It's not true. But I can see that game coming out and doing well and being something, just filling those gaps which Xbox don't have. Like heavily story driven narrative games, third person. Yeah, that I would love that personally. Absolutely love that. Crash, if you got another one that you can mention.
Yeah, Heroes of the Storm. I would like Heroes of the Storm to come back. Throw in some Xbox properties into that game as well. I think there's enough of that like the niche fan base to like give it legs at the start, and then if you market it properly and stuff like that, I think that game could get a good place in Game Pass somehow, with new characters coming regularly that are just readily available for people who have Game Pass. 'Cause I think you still had to purchase characters. Not I think you did have to like purchase and unlock characters in the original game. So adding sort of that avenue of people to just play the new characters as they drop and keep that sort of relevancy alive a little bit more, I think could be cool. But that game's a MOBA, and that's always just a difficult sell and market to actually get a foot in through the door.
Yeah, true. Despawn?
I mean, we already touched on it earlier. Since you mentioned it, I just want a new Tenchu game.
Okay.
I need
fair
it.
enough.
To be fair, if you'd have asked me this before we mentioned it, I would have said a new Spyro. Would have been cool.
I'm excited for a new Crash and a new Spyro, honestly.
What I'm excited for is Toys for Bob to get Banjo Kazooie.
Ooh, I don't really like Banjo though.
Yeah, F
I'll be
Banjo.
honest.
F Banjo.
Do you know what? I don't agree with Crash usually, but I'm with him on this.
Okay.
Banjo kind of sucks.
Fair
Always
enough.
has. I've always thought Banjo sucks.
His book bag was stupid.
The fact that he still calls backpacks book bags very much upsets me.
All right, you know
Why?
what? Yeah, F that
Book
guy.
bag.
F that
Do
guy.
you not, Despawn, do you think a backpack is a book bag?
No,
It's a
it's
book
backpack.
bag.
A book bag to us is the primary school
Yeah.
thing
Book
you
bags and
carry, yeah?
backpacks,
Okay.
book bags, same difference.
Nah, you're wrong.
You're wrong.
You're telling me
Is
that
this
the
an-
word
an-
that I've used and the word that is accurate to me is wrong.
Yeah.
Yes.
This is classist at its finest, and I will not stand for it. If you guys can watch your tones around me,
I
please,
mean-
thank you.
Me? That's impossible.
How's
I
that
know what you
impossible?
I
You know
have
where
no
I'm from,
class.
bro. I'm classless.
I only know what you've told me. I don't know anything.
It's been a facade this whole time, my friend. It's been a
mean,
facade this whole time.
yeah.
I've never really been poor, I swear. Moving on, Original Cookie Man says, with the Activision Blizzard deal now approved by the CMA, which entertainment medium do you think will be produced and inspired by the epic story of this process? Crush?
You got a documentary at some point that'll be boring and I'll never watch it.
Yeah. Unless No Clip do it, then I'll watch it.
No, even No Clip lately. No disrespect, Danny, I love you, but
Not
some
being
of them
hated
are
for you.
a bit long in the tooth in some aspects. Yeah,
Fair, fair.
I'll be honest. I'm waiting to watch David Beckham's documentary. I'll report back next week and tell you how it is. Okay.
Okay.
Be ready, everyone, be ready.
What's that show that was massive recently?
Game Master, because I was on it.
Yeah, that was definitely. Yeah, let's have a Games Master all about this. No.
Uh,
Succession. Let's do a Succession style TV show all around this. About Phil Spencer fucking over Bobby Kotick. This the CMA
Oh,
Jim
you
Ryan
start-
being the bad
no, no.
guy.
Oh, you start it with the Activision drama. You don't even start it with the Xbox
Exactly,
purchase.
yeah.
Oh, that's
No, no,
filthy
this is
work.
And there's a massive
no,
twist
no.
where Phil Spencer comes in and goes, I'm buying you all. And then Bobby Kotick's like, oh no, who will I
Oh,
abuse
Joe-
now?
All jokes aside, yeah, but there is an amazing story to be told about PlayStation, Xbox. I haven't watched the Tetris film yet, but in that same start is a film, right? Is it a TV show?
Yeah.
This is a film. Yeah,
it's a film,
It's a film.
yeah. If it's a film, it's a film. That's why I've not watched it. I don't watch films. I watch TV shows a lot more, which is strange. Because I have to watch films in 2 sittings.
That's fair. Time.
Because I
Get it.
because I fall asleep.
Oh, okay.
And I fall asleep midway through. Yes, exactly.
There we
Now
go.
you got me, my
Okay.
friend. But there is a seriously good story to be told about Xbox soon, right? Like this little company that tried to buy Nintendo, blah 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 blah, and then eventually,
Wait.
I don't know where you would end off, but
Wait,
yeah,
you didn't say little company.
not Xbox. Yes, I said no. I spoke perfectly.
You said this little company that tried to buy Nintendo.
Yes,
Microsoft, the tiny company.
Where's the little
not-
company?
I'm talking
I'm
about Xbox.
Hello,
I'm
little
talking about
company.
Xbox.
You
I'm
can
talking
come
about-
out little, but it's not
It's-
Xbox.
I understand that. I understand that.
I
But
get it. I get the way you're
story-
going with it. Like the story, it's the guy who's working at
little
Xbox. And
company
Microsoft
at
is a trick.
Xbox try to buy. Then they go to their big brother and go, "Yo, can you buy this for us?" Like I'm just saying, there's a very good story there
I hear you. I just little
that can be
company's a little weird.
dramatized.
Little company's a little weird.
Okay, Phil Spencer said Xbox are in third place. I believe him.
Cool.
Little company.
No issue with that. That's
Little
not a little company.
Little
X-
company.
Xbox
No.
are the company, they're the department.
Little company.
They're
There are
department.
stories.
Little
told
department.
it. There are stories.
Little
told it.
department. Little department. I agree with T-Spawn here. Not
Where are
little
my
company.
stories. Oh, do you know what? You're being pedantic. All right.
I'm not being
Anyway.
pedantic. Do you
You're
know
being
what that word
pedantic.
means?
You're being pedantic. You're Jesus.
Words
You're
have
being me
meaning.
about things. Exactly.
Definition, origin, spell it.
I hate you both. I hate you both. Origin Cookie Man also said, which game type, developer, genre, and/or platform would it best fit? Again, to carry on with this question, I do think I think a TV show and a documentary would be good. I do
think
think
at
a
this
documentary would
point-
be good.
I think at this point, Origin Cookie Man is talking about making a game out of it.
Yeah, I know, but that's never gonna happen.
I don't want a game on that. Oh.
No.
Like I say, give it
I
to
was-
Apple. Weirdly, let Xbox give that story to Apple. Like, let's get some cross branding going on. Let them make an Apple TV show that also
Yep.
is available on Xbox somewhere. And then
No, you know what you do?
Go
Game
on.
Pass, Game Pass Ultimate. They just
Yeah.
give you 6 months free. Perfect. There we go. We're
Ooh,
good.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, as soon as that show drops, you get
Uh-huh.
6 months of Apple TV. Yeah, I love it. All right, perfect.
Cool,
There you
Ed.
go.
You're welcome. Last question on this topic anyway. Angel Boy says, now that the ABK deal has finalized, do you think that Xbox will take advantage of using ABK's marketing team when it comes to their own Xbox game studio games? Or will they still struggle to market their own games to audiences? P.S. Crash needs a raise.
I agree, Angel.
You can
Boy.
have 2
Angel Boy always got my
zeros.
back.
You get 2
I don't-
zeros.
I don't know why you're pretending, Angel Boy, that he's not already handsomely paid to be on this show every week. Crash is a
Where's my
millionaire.
handsome payment?
Crash is a
I'm-
millionaire off of my Xbox and me.
True. Yeah.
He just likes to pretend to be humble so he can relate to you guys.
100. That's facts.
Can't relate.
It's none of that's a lie. All of that's true. So I was gonna say the IRS, but what's the governing body that
In the
handles
UK?
finances in the UK? Yeah.
Department of Work and Pensions.
No, yeah, but
Whoever
what?
they are.
HMRC.
Oh, the HMRC.
Make sure
yeah,
Fix is paying his taxes because, like, I don't know if he's been paying his taxes.
yeah. Oh no, he 100% has.
I don't know about
well,
that.
He can't
Guys,
have any
let's
money
change
because he's
subjects.
paying
Let's change
you.
subjects. Let's change subjects. Let's change subjects. I don't like it. I don't like it. No, unfortunately, I don't think they will. I think Xbox is still going to be very bad at marketing their games. To be totally honest,
I'm gonna throw Xbox a little bit of defense here. Their marketing hasn't been bad lately.
It's not.
It hasn't been horrible. You had
I
the
saw
Redfall. The
Starfield at a
Redfall
bus.
marketing. The Redfall marketing was good. The game was bad. The
The
marketing,
was good.
Okay, let me say this then. Forza's out.
What?
I didn't even know Forza was out.
I didn't know the release date. I'm not gonna lie.
Is Forza a game that's worth marketing?
It's the biggest racing game they've got. Yes.
It's the biggest racing
100%.
You
game.
need to market that. It's a
Of
niche.
course, you still have to a niche.
It's a niche.
It's like a
Racing games are
benchmark of
niche.
the game, like of graphics. It's like, yeah, you want to
Okay,
market
that's
how
a
good.
whole bunch of gamey shit I don't care about. Talking about mainstream, they don't care. That's a benchmark in gaming. That's cool. I don't care.
Then you market
don't-
how good the game looks and how well it plays. You market that kind of stuff.
You don't market lies. That's a joke. That's a joke. That's a joke.
No, I
That's a
don't. I
joke.
think they've
I'm
done. I think
offended
they've
for
done.
Xbox. I'm offended for
I-
Xbox
I-
right now.
I think they've done a bad job
Yeah,
of
for that-
marketing Forza.
I don't think they've done.
personally.
I don't think they've done a horrible job.
We would-
But also, if you're looking at Activision, how much better is Activision's marketing outside of Call of Duty and things like that? And Call of Duty gets a
Diablo
budget
is
thrown
big.
at it.
Diablo is big.
Diablo, was
Diablo,
big.
you know what Diablo got really pushed behind it? A
Diablo is
very
big.
big budget.
Yeah, of course. No, but I think that's the funny thing about Angel Boy's question, right? It's like you're talking about Activision. You are only really talking about Call of Duty, Overwatch, World of Warcraft, and Diablo. You don't see the marketing budget for fucking Candy Crush, do you? Like,
Yeah.
which
Candy
gets
Crush probably-
marketed.
Yeah, that
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 marketing
game
budget is
also, like,
crazy.
word
I
of mouth
bet you.
marketing for that game as well. Like that game is good in all
Just-
avenues for marketing.
It's nuts. But no, Angel Boy, to answer your question, no. I think Xbox is still going to suck. I'm still going to go to the cinema and not see ads for Xbox games, and I'm still going to
You
be
gotta
upset
go
by it.
to Man United games so you could get Xbox Game Pass codes on hot dog buns.
I did see that.
I did see. You know what? I did see
And
that.
that's what I'm
I
saying. Like
did
their
see that.
marketing is not horrible. It's just
Yeah.
not the way we perceive marketing
Yeah.
for gaming normally.
I think I'll be honest, like I'll put it out there. I think Xbox's method of marketing is changing. I don't think they're going after the core audience anymore. They're going after the
I
fair
agree.
weather fans. So they're going for
I
those
agree.
people who are like, here, try Game Pass for a month. Play all these games that you've never played before, rather than people like us who've like, I'm gonna play all the games everywhere. So like I don't need to be marketed to. They're definitely
this
going after that.
I don't watch my ads anymore because I pay for premium on
Mhm.
most things that I can get rid of ads. So I'm
Yeah.
not the I'm not the target audience for their ads either because I skip them.
Yes.
So let's answer a few more questions before we get out of it, boys. Top list says, with the success, with Capcom's success they've had recently of the remakes of Resident Evil games, what would you then
Would you want?
what would you want to remake? Number one,
No, no,
but
No,
from-
would you
would
want
you-
them to remake number one? But
sorry,
from over the shoulder
I'm
point of view
butchering
too.
this. Thank you. Would you want them to remake number one, but from the over the shoulder point of view, like 2 and 4? I, for one, think it could give the Spencer Mansion a whole new perspective of fear. Question. Okay, let's start there. Yeah, it has to be. That's
100%.
the whole reason why the remake has to happen is because we've not had Resident Evil 1 be playable in a modernized sense, right?
Mhm.
That's even the remake that we did get, but see, it's a hard one for me because again, that's what makes that game so scary. is you all or did back in the day anyway, because you just never knew where the zombie was going to come from until you learn the patterns, obviously. But I didn't understand that as a kid. So, but yes, no, they have to remake it like 2, 3. I don't like how you left that 3, by the way. Disrespectful.
How dare you?
Disrespectful. 2, 3, and 4. Okay. These one you like, Rez. What do you think?
Yeah, 100%. I'd play more Resident Evil 1. Like, I'll go back to that game whenever I get the opportunity. And yeah,
Honestly, I feel like for the remake, they should really channel Resident Evil 6.
I hate it here.
I hate it here too. We can both quit.
We
You
can.
guys can quit.
We
I'll
can
do a
go.
one-man show with Matt when he decides to pop.
Matt will turn back up. He's
It'll
busy.
just be
Yeah.
me.
Just you.
What's going on, guys? This is my Xbox and me, literally, just me.
Yeah. My Xbox, just
yeah.
me.
Question 2: with the recent announcement of the MetaQuest 3 and the fact Game Pass will be playable via the device, could we see a partnership between Meta and Xbox where they develop VR games for Xbox playable through the Quest? No.
Xbox has no faith in VR, so it's not
And
gonna happen.
nor should they, in my opinion. Like we were talking about EGX, these one, weren't we?
Yeah.
You were like, "Oh, I want to get a MetaQuest 3," and I'm like, maybe you don't want to do that.
Yeah, maybe I don't. Yeah.
Maybe you don't want to do that. Like, honestly, I don't think you're going to use it enough.
No.
So, no. Top Lift 91 says, given all that was leaked regarding Xbox future plans, upgrades, controllers featuring haptic feedback, do you think we will see an update for old games as well as new releases to enable the functionality of the controller? Absolutely not. The games have to be designed from the ground up, I would have said, to really utilize that, right?
I could see like a coalition doing that with a Gears of War 5 update as they're working on features for Gears 6 or something like that. Like, oh, we did this cool thing in Chainsaw. Let's just put the update out on 5 and see how people feel about it and like it, and then we can like go back and readjust it. But I don't see most studios. Like, I don't think you'll go back to old Halo games, maybe Halo Infinite, because it's still getting new content. It makes sense for them to go back to it, but you won't go back to like a Halo 5 or something like that.
Yeah, I think there'll be like a middle ground where it's like definitely, yeah, if there's stuff in most first parties will definitely probably, if they are working on new titles, that look at like back compacting that kind of stuff. But yeah, third parties and things like that, I don't think there'll be a lot of them like jumping at the chance to update their old games. There may be some like basic standards that are there that like will easily read and be able to be converted that might come across. But like if we're talking like from top down, like taking full advantage of the haptics, no, I don't think so.
I will say I'm very excited for the future of haptic controls in third-party games now that both Xbox and PlayStation will have haptic controls, to see what some of the more creative studios out there decide to do with it. Because beforehand, it was like kind of a waste to just focus on it if it's just going to be on one platform. Now that it's available on both, it kind of makes more sense because it's a bigger selling point across the board.
Will you both get the controller? Will you both buy one?
Yeah. I'm an idiot, so yeah.
Maybe.
I don't care.
Probably not.
Like,
It has to be like a special edition.
I tell you what, if they do a trading system where I can trade in some of my old controllers to get a new one, I'll give them some of my old ones.
Okay. All those old ones that you
They're
got
not
sent.
gonna do that.
No.
Yeah. All those, shut up, you. All right. How dare you? You don't know that. Be quiet. Be quiet.
Despawn can trade in the controller that's behind him.
The broken one.
That's Starfield one.
No.
The Starfield one.
Yeah.
Starfield one's in my suitcase still. I literally, for spoiler warning for everyone, I literally got off my train, jumped in a taxi, got home, turned my PC on, and we started recording. Yes. I have not unpacked it. It's still in my suitcase because I took it with me to play Xbox games while I was at the hotel.
Did you play anything?
No, didn't. I just struggled to sleep instead.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Last question, I'll let you go, Despawn. Deal?
No, you can ask as many questions as you like.
Hey guys, which Xbox exclusive game protagonist would you like to spend the day with? And what would you do? Keep it PG. I think, how do I say this name? Is it Jewel? Jewel from Recall. Yeah, that game exists, but you forgot about it. I definitely didn't. But
I didn't. I wish I had.
Would be great for a days. Would be great for days in the hike in the country.
The main character from Sunset Overdrive.
What, the
Be
playable
annoying after
character
an
you
hour.
make?
Yeah, the playable character. That's it. They have voice lines and stuff like that. It is an actual
Yeah.
character.
Mm.
That's
That's
about it. Most
interesting.
Xbox first party characters are not the funnest bunch, if we're
Yeah.
gonna be honest.
Yeah.
I'll take Crash Bandicoot.
He is now. Yeah, he is now.
That's accurate.
I'll
That's
take Crash
accurate.
Bandicoot. I'll
course,
hang around with
Fix-
Crash.
Of
I
course,
mean-
Fix would hang out with the animal, with the furry animal. I'm not saying nothing about Fix. I'm just saying.
Yeah. I would also point out, are they an Xbox exclusive? They've not said they're not going to be everywhere.
They're exclusive.
Okay.
Not
cool.
exclusive yet.
They're
Yeah, no,
exclusive.
That,
not right
that
now.
answer is void.
They're exclusive.
You have to be
The
better
answer is
answer.
void. Think a better answer.
I'm gonna go with. I think.
Take the Forza car.
Yeah, I'd take the Forza. I'd hang out with
That's
her.
actually a great
That's
answer.
a fantastic answer. I would take the Forza. I can't drive, but
Mhm.
you know.
Take the car.
Well, you don't need to.
Yeah, I'd
Well,
just-
technically, in Forza,
You
do you
can.
create an avatar?
yeah,
yeah,
I'll just
you
create an
do.
avatar. I will
Okay, so
take the
you just
yeah.
wanna hang
I
out with
will.
yourself. You're taking yourself, bro. You're
Yeah,
taking
I'll
yourself
just.
out.
I'll just. Yeah, I'll go with
No,
the.
no
the,
car involved because
No.
it doesn't say you have to take the car.
No, the Forza avatar that then drives the car for me. That'd be great. Yeah, yeah. Then I'd have to get on
If
public
I had to,
transport
if I had to
anymore.
really think, yeah, Xbox just doesn't have that many likable exclusive characters. If I'm being honest with you,
It has
Master Chief
likable
to help me shopping.
characters. It doesn't have likable characters that I would want to spend a day with.
Oh god, no.
Like, I don't want to spend a day with Marcus Phoenix.
no.
He's a grumpy old bastard.
Yeah.
Wait, yeah, no, I'll spend the day with Marcus Phoenix. I think we'll get on really well because I'm a grumpy old bastard.
No, because he's just going to shout at you the whole time. My
Yeah, he's
I'll shout back at him.
Oh,
I'll shout at him. I was like, dude, my knees, quiet.
He saved the world a few times. What have you done?
You're disrespecting him
Um,
now, T-Spawn.
What did I do? I don't know. I edit this video.
Not yet. You haven't. There you
By
go.
the time they see it, he'll have edited.
Yeah, yeah. Well,
By the
as
way,
you're
the
watching
podcast-
this,
The podcast will be out late this week. These one's going to go rest after this, so do not moan about the video not being up yet. You can't hear this until it goes up, but do not moan. I swear. I swear.
swear
Wait,
to
we
God.
let's do guess the game really quickly. And then we'll get the hell out of here. If you don't know what this is our segment where we guess a game in a minute and 30 seconds. The current scores are, let me get them up, let me find them. You have Crash on 0 points, Matt on 1 point, Mr. Paul Despawn over on 2 points, and myself on 2 points. Despawn,
hello.
talk to me.
It is my time to shine. I have a stopwatch.
Perfect.
I have a game.
Mm-hmm.
You guys have 1 minute and 30 seconds to guess what that game is. I'm trying to make sure that you can't see the reflection of the game in my glasses.
I can't.
I think we are good. Okay. Well then, are you
Who's going
ready?
first?
Oh, good question. I'm going to say, just because he's on the left-hand side, I'll say Crash is going to go first. So you have 1 minute,
Okay.
30 seconds to ask me yes or no answers. And yeah, at the end of it, give me an answer about which game you think it is. It has
Right.
to be an Xbox exclusive. Well, no, it has to be an Xbox
No, it
game
has to be an Xbox game.
in
yeah.
any
It's
of
an
the...
exclusive now. We know it's
no.
an exclusive.
It's... Time starting. Go.
Was it an Xbox One game?
Yes.
Someone didn't bring up the Wikipedia. Is it exclusive?
No.
Third person.
Yes.
Do you play a human character as the main character?
Yes.
Do you shoot?
No.
Are you male or are you a female character?
No.
Is it a fantasy game?
No.
Are there RPG mechanics?
Yes.
But I'm
Okay.
guessing not an RPG. Sci-fi.
No.
Is it a puzzle game?
I'm going to say there are puzzle elements, but no.
Okay.
Platformer?
No.
Rhythm?
No.
Farming.
No.
Oh Jesus.
No puzzles. Is it? Oh,
15
Go on,
seconds.
Oh, you're not gonna help me. Oh, God, did you play an alien?
No.
is it a walking sim?
No. 5 seconds.
Damn. Ah, damn. Do you eat
Time
in
up.
the game?
No, you don't eat in the game. That is your last question. I do want to point out that I did misspoke at the beginning when you asked if it was an Xbox One game. It is an Xbox One, but it relaunched on Xbox 360.
Okay.
That's some bullshit. That's some bullshit. That's some
yeah.
bullshit.
Launched on the 360.
Launched on
Third
the 360,
person.
third
Yep.
person.
Not really RPG elements in it.
No.
It has. I'll tell you that it has RPG elements, but it is not,
But not an RPG.
specifically an RPG.
Yeah.
Not a shooter.
Nope.
Not a fancy game. Not a sci-fi game. So we're looking at a modern game.
Mm-hmm.
Launched on the 360.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. It relaunched on the Xbox One.
Well, not relaunched, but I think it might be one of those cross-generational ones.
Got it. Okay. That helps.
See,
That
I'm
helps.
helping. And I'm happy to give you guys one more question because I think you're both completely stuck.
Oh, I like that.
And just to, I want to get a clarification. When you say fantasy, are we talking like elves and shit?
I mean, that's what I meant. Like,
Okay, yeah, then no,
vague
no,
sense of fantasy, like magic and stuff like that
No,
in
no.
general.
no.
have you played the game?
Yes.
Is there melee combat?
Yes.
So there is combat in it. Okay.
Yes.
Did we ask if it was an exclusive?
You didn't.
Yes, it's
Oh.
not.
It's not. Yeah, you did, and it's not. No.
Okay.
So third person, Xbox One
Yep.
360 game.
Yep.
From what we can tell, modern, most likely, right? 'Cause
Yep.
It's not sci-fi, it's not fantasy. No platforming, some light RPG elements, but not an RPG. Wow. Yeah.
Male character.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
But
good.
it's just not female. It doesn't have
I've
to be
got
a
one.
female.
That's true. That's true.
Um,
I'm just gonna go with this.
Okay.
I got one that I know is wrong.
Okay. So don't say
No,
that
'cause
then,
it has
because it's wrong.
shooting. It has shooting. I can't even
I feel
say
like
that.
Yeah.
is it obvious? You can't. I've written my answer.
Okay. So now you've got me second guessing something.
This is why you're meant to bring out the Wikipedia.
I mean, I've got the Wikipedia. I don't need the Wikipedia for this, but when you say shooting, I'll give you guys
say
this.
shooting.
I'll give you guys this. You do not shoot. Doesn't mean enemies don't shoot.
Yeah, that's
That's
no.
fine.
I get that.
That's
That's
fine.
fine.
Okay.
I've written my answer, Crash. I know it's wrong, but
All right. Well,
screw it.
Fixer's got his answer. Crash, what is your answer?
I got no. Fable 3. It's not Fable 3. I got nothing. I'm just putting a random game. I got nothing.
And Fixer,
I
what is
have
your
nothing.
answer?
I went with Assassin's Creed.
You are both incorrect.
Assassin's Creed's a good guess though.
It's a
But
good
no
guess.
shooting.
But there's no
Oh,
shooting.
there is shooting sometimes.
no,
You do
there's-
get shot at.
Yeah,
You
in the
get
modern-
shot at in Assassin's
You do get
Creed.
shot. You
Yeah,
get shot at.
Yeah, in some of the later ones, like with Unity and that kind of stuff.
exactly.
But no, the game.
No, even in like 3, you
Yeah.
get shot at during the modern bits.
True. Yeah. Well, no, 3 definitely was around that era where they had like guns as well.
True.
But it was not an Assassin's Creed game. The game was Batman: Arkham City.
Oh,
Wow.
we suck. We actually suck.
We're horrible. We
Actually suck.
you know what we have to ask? Another
horrible,
question that
bro.
gave me, is it based on an IP?
Yeah,
Ah,
that's
Is it
Well,
based on an
nah.
IP? That question gives you so much to like narrow it down. We're not
Mhm.
doing a good job at all.
But
of
it's a
narrowing
learning
down.
experience because I would not have got
Yeah.
this from the questions you asked either. But yeah,
No.
does that mean I get a point?
You
No.
kind of. You
Because I
kind of
didn't make that
screwed us,
hard.
though.
How did I
You
screw
kind
you?
of screwed. But the
It's not.
360, the 360, like that's
It's not an Xbox One game.
it's not an
it is-
Xbox One game. No, it's
It
no, it's not.
re-released on Xbox One.
It's
but
not an Xbox One game. I think we've got those are some of the little things we've got to
Okay.
tweak. It's like the
It's
platform it
not-
launched on. When I think of Batman Arkham series, I do
Yeah.
not think Xbox One.
Okay,
That is an Xbox 360
then that is on me.
title.
That is 100% on me then.
No. You can answer the
No,
question however you want.
Yeah, exactly.
It's on
That's
you
the-
because you
that's-
remember what Fix did to me the first
Ah.
week. You remember that,
No,
huh?
no.
When I got my win stolen from me.
Nope, don't remember that because I guessed the
By a
game right. So
bad answer.
no, I guessed the game right. So I don't know what you're on about. I think it was a great.
I think
Run.
it should be the initial platform it launched on.
Okay,
And then if somebody wants to clarify, like, did it re-release?
Did it re-release? I think that's yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
That's fine.
I agree.
I did
Well,
give you
this
the
one-
I did give you the answers that, like, I did clarify it was on both, but yeah.
You get a point. Congratulations, my friend.
Wait. We're doing points? I thought we were not doing points.
I thought we was doing points.
I think
No,
I
we
think the
were not
agreement
doing
no, I think the
points.
agreement was we get up if you as long as you're not a
Wait.
Stump the
Dick
panel,
and
you
No,
get
we
a
should
point.
go back to last week's where when Fix was supposed to get a point, Despawn was on my side. Now that Despawn's supposed to get a point,
Oh,
he's
you're
on the
right.
other
We
side.
did do it.
Nah,
No,
we're not doing
you're
that.
right.
That's
We're
fine.
not doing that.
You know what? It doesn't matter.
tell you what.
I'm still in the lead with Fix.
When Matt comes back around, we will
When he
start
gets out of the
afresh.
Thames.
We will start afresh. Yeah, when he comes out of the Thames, we will start afresh,
No.
and we will clarify.
I want my
we will-
points. I'm keeping my points.
No. We'll start afresh in terms of our rule set,
Okay.
our time, and things like that, and we will go again for next
Okay.
week. Okay?
One of these days
Alright.
we'll have all four of us here and we'll settle some rules.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
not
Let's
this week,
plug. Get the hell out of here, Crash. What you got to plug this week, dude?
What I have to plug. I've been thinking about something, and I'm gonna plug it here. We'll see where we do it, but I've been wanting to stream again. I don't know where I'm gonna stream, but I'm gonna plug that here. I will be doing one stream a week on the My Xbox and Me YouTube channel, so you can guarantee catch that one.
Damn!
Let's
I don't know.
go!
I don't know the exact date, but keep an eye out. I'm gonna start at some point this week, and that'll be the date and time slot that I will do it going
Nice.
forward. So
Good, because I'm
Yeah.
not here this week.
there we go.
This one, what you got to plug this week?
I'm going to plug Crash streaming on the My Xbox and Me channel. I think it's a really great thing, and you should do it more often.
Oh, he's going to once a week, forever.
Yay. Forever. No escape.
Forever. Till I'm
It's
gonna be on
in-
my deathbed. Bring me the computer. I've got to stream.
I must play Genshin.
So, would you want to? We'll talk about off stream. Don't worry. Yeah, find me everywhere at MC Fixer. What am I plugging this week? I'm plugging the fact that I'm at TwitchCon. I'm going to TwitchCon. I'm going to Vegas. So you'll get an episode from me. Maybe with me or maybe not. We'll see if the internet holds up or not. If not, the boys will get it. They can do it now. They're fine.
big
But
boys.
yeah, if you're at TwitchCon, come see me. Come say hello. Come give me a hug. You know, whatever you want to do. Not whatever you want to do, to be honest with you. Like, generally, don't do whatever you want to do. But just
That's
a
weird.
nice hello will be fine.
Keep
And
it
yeah,
PG.
keep it PG. Keep it PG. But yeah, I'll be there. So come through, say hello, and yeah. Until next time, we will love you, leave you, and see you all later. Goodbye.